build orders that I usually specific for the civilization Japanese, and why I like to use this build order, and why I'm only able to do this with the Japanese, because of the civilization bonus. The first civilization bonus is that the Japanese mill, lumber, and mining camp cost minus 15%, which means that I can make a mining camp, a lumber camp, even a mill for only 50 wood, which is really really cheap. So that's great for the economy to have those cheap dudes. The second thing that helps this build order to be really strong is that infantry attacks 25% faster starting from the feudal age. So the Japanese men at arms are killing machines. They are almost like samurais, man, because they fight so good. So to exploit those bonus, I'm going to make the build order, and let's start. Starting here, making the houses. Oh, just find the ship, the initial 4. It's really important. And now I'm going to explore with my scout. Collecting the ship here, collecting the food. The difference from the most of the build orders is that in this one I'm going to make a mill start, and this mill start has no risk of getting no wood or something, because since I am the Japanese, I will be able to afford it, the mill, because it's really cheap. After doing the 2 houses, I still have 140 wood, so I can make a lumber camp, a mill, and 1 more house without having to worry about getting any piece of wood. So that's really great for the economy if you make some small accountings. And I'm exploring the map here while doing so. And here goes the villagers. Instead of going to the wood, I will send the next villagers here to the mill. So I will have 6 villagers on the ship and 4 villagers collecting berries from the mill. That's how this build order is going to work. I'm collecting sheep. I'm only going to eat 4 sheep at first, like I do in most of my build orders. There's a boar over here. There's another one on the hill. And for in this build order, it's really best if you can just skip the loom until close to go up. So I'm going to do some unusual thing here. I'm going to use the scouts to save the villager just in order to get that boar down here. So I'm starting to collect the 4th sheep. The villager is already going there because the boar is a bit far, and I will keep making villagers here to the boar. The scout's going to help that villager to not get hit so badly by the boar. And now that it's fine, I can just go there and finish collecting the boar. 1 more house, really important to have houses, right? And I'm going to kill the boar, and I will have 80 villagers eating the boar. I have 4 here, I will have 8 on the board, and I will only now make the first lumber camp, guys. So it's really really late lumber camp comparing to the other strategies that we usually do. Here's the lumber camp. 8 villagers on the board, 4 villagers on the berries, and I'm going for the lumber camp now. And I will keep sending villagers to this lumber camp. When the boar is down on food with something like 150, I'm going to send the second villager to get the second boar. Here it goes the villager to get the second boar. And it's really important that you scout where your enemy is, because you are going to need it. Different from the other civilizations, you don't have to keep microning the food on the RTC so much, because the meal will just provide you enough food, so you don't have to do it. I'm going to kill that boar. Right, so I have now 5 villagers. Ooh, the town center. 5 villagers here on the wood, which is cool. And I only making 2 more villagers. Those 2 other villagers I'm going to make on the woods close here to the TC. And as soon as I can afford, I'm going to make a barracks. I want to make a barracks real quick here. Let me make the loom. I am now with pop 20. And as soon as I can, I'm going to make a barracks. I'm sending those 2 villagers to gold. I will stay with only 5 villagers here on the berries. The loom is almost finished, and boom, click it up, and I'm making a barracks. I will now select 3 to 4 villagers. 4 is a good number to go forward. And I will keep only 4 villagers here on the ship and 4 more on the berries. I will make a house with those villagers before I go to my enemy, because otherwise I'm going to get housed. So here goes the house, and the villagers from the gold are going to make a mining camp as soon as they can afford. So I'm now making the mining camp, and I will do at least 3 men-at-arms here, 3 militias actually. So remember, the 5 villagers that are on the wood are going to stay here with us. 4 villagers here on the ship, and 4 more on the berries. I'm going forward towards my enemy. Another house. And let's pay attention, because I'm about to reach the feudal age with 9 minutes, guys. 9 minutes and few seconds. So it's a really fast strategy. And I will make a pause after I reach feudal. So that's it. I just reached the feudal age. And if you look at my economy, it's not a great economy. This strategy requires you to make some decisions, to make some sacrifices, and that's what I'm going to do here. With those villagers on the wood, I have the option of adding an archery range. I also have the option of going for the double bit X upgrade, and I also have the option of going for the upgrade on the men-at-arms. So I cannot afford everything. This is a really sacrificial build order, so I will have to choose what I want to do. So basically my decision process here is, can I hit my enemy villagers with the militia, with the men-at-arms, or did he wall the villagers? If I can hit the villagers, I will always avoid making the double bit X so soon, just in order to make the men-at-arm upgrade. I will keep making villagers, and I will make the men-at-arm upgrade. So let's keeping the villagers. Here are my men-at-arms close to him, going to attack him. Only need 10 more gold, and now I'm upgrading the men-at-arm. Of course, keep making villagers, and I will make an archery range here forward. So I will switch into some archers just after I do the first men-at-arms. So that's it. I will be attacking my enemy before the 10-minute mark with the scout, a few militias, like if it were a drush, but different from the drush, guys. I will have really strong units here to help me, the men-at-arms, with 25% faster attack. So basically I will start attacking the enemy like that, and I will switch into archers. I already sent 1 more villager here to the gold, and now I can just keep my economy going regular. I can make a tower on my enemy. I can use the villagers, the men-at-arms, to hit his walls. It's really quick here. And now on my base I have to keep developing my economy. If I sacrificed the double bit X up, but now I will be almost able to make the double bit X. A bit late, but still I'm doing it. And with 3 villagers on the gold, I can keep making archers here like that. And of course I will try to kill my enemy buildings. I can use the villagers as well to kill it, to make some forward houses as well. And I will start making farms on my base, or else I won't be able to afford making more villagers, because I just ate the berries, I just ate the more stuff, so I will need it. And here, guys, with the villagers, you- what I would like to advise you to do is to seek fights. Try to fight his villagers with your men at arms, with your archers, with your scouts. This is a really, really powerful lineup here of units that you can use. And if your enemy tries to just close himself, and he cannot defend, he doesn't want to fight you, because he would need a really powerful army to fight against a scout, Japanese men-at-arms, archers. If he tries to go for more men-at-arms, your men-at-arms are stronger and you have the archers. If he tries to go for archers, he's going to be really slow and he won't have enough archers to fight you. If he tries to go for scouts, he also won't have enough strength to fight you. So the enemy will be in a really, really delicate position. So what you should do here is to analyze what are you going to do. What I usually like to do here is to exploit that early advantage and keep crushing the enemy. So what I like to do is like this. I just place 5 villagers on the stone, the 5 that were collecting wood, and those 5 villagers are going to provide stone for me to keep making towers on the enemy. As you could see, guys, this build order is really versatile. So what I like to do here is also to keep sending the villagers to the woods around the TC until I decide what I'm going to do. So you can improvise, you can add more archer ranges, you can play in many ways here, but what I really like to do... Oh, he wants to fight me. It would be better if he don't. Is to play like this. Put those villagers here on the stone to make towers. If enemy tries to counter you with more skirmishers, you can even go and use some skirmishers to do it. You can keep making towers to avoid him from getting the resources. At some point, your berries are going to end, like with 14 minutes. So what you want to do is to have at least 6 farms made on around your TC, like I'm doing here. Right now, 14 minutes, I have 6 farms. And once your meal is over, you can go for the deers if you have some. And since you're the Japanese, it's even worth for you to make some kind of meal on the deers, like that. And there your economy is going. You are collecting gold to keep making archers. You can keep making towers. It's not even 50 minutes, and you are attacking this guy from even before the 10-minute mark. So right now you are just attacking this guy for the past 5 minutes. He must be running with villagers, trying to wall, trying to make towers. You can now develop your economy better, making a second lumber camp if that's what you want to do. And of course, since this game is really has lots of variations, there are many options that you can take from here. You can invest more on the wood and try to go for another archery range, try to do blacksmith. You can try to go for scouts, you can try to just add more farms to go up. So there's really many options of what you can do. It really depends a lot on how the game will go on. Sometimes, guys, I just rather not send the villagers forward. If my enemy has a base where I don't think I will be able to stop his units, what I like to do is to just get the villagers, keep collecting some resource on the front, like a wood, for example, or his stone, his gold. And that's how it works. Also, if everything goes wrong, if this guy is able to sacrifice his economy and do like 10 skirmishers to fight you or something like this, you can still be okay because you are collecting stone. So you can just get on your own home and start making some towers to protect yourself. That's what I'm going to do here. I just upgraded the horse collar after the first 6 farms, so I can now make farms with horse collar. I can keep collecting resources here. I can make the fletching if I want to fight better with the archers. And if enemy tries to palisade the wall, you can just keep going and attacking with the men-at-arms. So walling against this strategy is really hard because the men-at-arms are really good on taking down the palisades. Now I'm just going to put some defensive towers here on my base and keep making farms until I can afford to go to the castle age. So right now I had the 6 initial farms, now I have 10 farms plus 4 hunters, and I will be just adding a few more farmers until I can afford to go up. So no big deal here, guys. I will even make the wheelbarrow because I can keep making farms with the hunters. If you were lucky enough, you are going to have 4 deers instead of 3 like I had this time. So you might have enough food to go up. And remember, with the Japanese, you can even go for knights now with bloodlines. So this strategy is even stronger than it was on regular AOC, because you can go for bloodline knights after this opening. And that's basically it. You can go for more farms if you want to get the resources faster. Your base is going to be fine because you have the towers. With the initial push, you probably build yourself an offensive position and you are getting control of your enemy really good here. Using towers on his main gold, towers on his wood. You can make this guy to have to make new lumber camps, to expend a lot of resources in order to protect himself, and this is going to slowly kill him. If you want, you can just stop the rush much before, not use like 5 villagers on this stone, use like 3 villagers only, and just slowly do 1 or 2 towers to defend yourself and go castle with like 21 minutes. That's also a nice option. About now your farms are going down, but that's not a problem for you because you can have enough wood savings to deal with this. You can afford new lumber camps like if it was nothing, since you are the Japanese. I'm just remaking the farms, the 6 ones, without any trouble, and I'm about to go up soon. The villagers on the front can be fighting or can be collecting resources. And if this guy try to mass skirmishers, you can always have the option of going for scouts. So it's really a good situation. There's nothing that the enemy can do. It's really a flexible strategy. You can go for many stuff. You can go castle, keep playing. So the basically idea is that I like to do the push because you potentialize the early power of your own man-at-arms. You are going to have the man-at-arm upgrade much faster than a guy trying to go for regular man-at-arms. And by the moment that your enemy has also the man-at-arms, you are already going to make archers on his base. So that's why this strategy ends up being really powerful with the Japanese. You can even counter regular man-at-arm play by going for it, so that's the key point. Enemy might try to fight you, but that's only going to cost you villagers. Oh, I was not on Wololo Kingdoms, so I failed, guys, because I don't have the bloodlines for the knights here. But no problem, even in AOC, this could be a good strategy, and that's basically how we go. Now I'm choosing to go for 3 stable, but you could do anything as you wish. I have some examples of me trying to use this strategy or some variations on my channel, so you don't necessarily have to send the villagers forward. You can just place your villagers on the wood after you go up, so you can start with man-at-arms and change into some really quick archer and skirmishers. It's really has lots of variations. You can check some of the videos, some of my games using this build order or some variations. So sometimes my Dark Age is not so good and I go for population 21. Sometimes I don't go for the push, I just stay home. Or sometimes the enemy can wall a lot and make more towers, so I don't invest in a lot of archers like I did here. I just do some basic archers and go for scouts, like I did in a game one of these days. And you can check some of those examples in the links below here. You can see how this is in practice and how effective this strategy is for the Japanese. So GG.